Hello, and thank you for attending this presentation. My name is Savannah Froese from Purdue University, and today I'll be talking about drivers of household food purchase patterns, specifically market food diversity and household access. I have nothing to disclose, but I would like to acknowledge the Eleanor Cook Foundation and Conrad Hilton Foundation, as well as the entire effects team and our participants that made this study possible. We know from several studies that market purchases are critical sources of food for households in sub-Saharan Africa. Diversity of diets among rural households do rely on home production, but some studies indicate that market access may be even more influential. In addition, there's a positive relationship between mother's nutrition knowledge and child dietary diversity, but this relationship depends on market access. Although we know this relationship is critical for the food environment, there are still several gaps in our understanding. For example, what foods are available in the market, what are households purchasing, and finally, what factors influence household purchasing patterns. Therefore, our goal is to characterize market food diversity and household purchase patterns among our study population in rural Tanzania. These data are from the baseline evaluation of the effects study in Mara, Tanzania. This study is an RCT, a bundled intervention of parenting and nutrition education. This study includes fathers and mothers of almost 1,000 children aged 0 to 18 months across 80 villages. We collected data at the individual level, including food recall over 24 hours and 7 days, and at the household level for food purchasing patterns. At the market level, we collected data on seasonal availability of around 70 food items. Results indicate that households have little access to electricity or water. Median household size is 7 people. Median child age at baseline is 11 months, and the median minutes to market is 30 minutes. Most households own land and grew crops contributing to household diet. The median number of food groups consumed in the last month that were homegrown is 3. This map of Tanzania highlights the Mara region. And here is a map of our study area along the coast of Lake Victoria. Food items were grouped into the 10 food groups that contribute to minimum dietary diversity for women. 79 markets were surveyed, and over 60% of these markets sold all 10 food groups across 12 months. These are indicated as high diversity in orange. The table on the right shows the average number of months that each of the 10 food groups was sold. You can see all markets sold staples, seeds, flesh foods, and vegetables not rich in vitamin A, such as onions and tomatoes. But fewer markets sold dairy, pulses, dark green leafy vegetables, other vitamin A fruits and vegetables, other fruits, and eggs. However, overall, we saw a high diversity of foods available in the market with minimal seasonal variation. In contrast, we observe overall poor dietary diversity, with striking differences within the households. Mothers had the lowest dietary diversity. Only 33% of women consumed the minimum recommended 5 out of 10 food groups in the last 24 hours. Meanwhile, fathers had the highest dietary diversity. 43% of men consumed 5 out of 10 food groups in the last day. In comparison, 35% of children consumed 4 out of 7 food groups according to the cutoff by the World Health Organization. The 7 food groups for children are disaggregated here to compare with adult consumption. All child values here are for children aged 6 to 23 months. You will notice that there is an additional food group included. Due to the location of the study, we disaggregated fish from other flesh foods, and we saw that fish consumption is very high. Yet dietary diversity is low. Why is this when we have such a high diversity in the markets? Household purchases over the last month are indicated by the black bars. Purchase patterns reflect household knowledge and behavior that we hope to influence through the intervention. Households rely heavily on markets, especially for staples, pulses, nuts and seeds, fish, and dark green leafy vegetables. We performed a mixed effects regression which accounted for clustering at the village level. We found that households within 30 minutes of a diverse market purchased more food groups, particularly staples, dark green leafy vegetables, pulses, and vitamin A rich produce. We also found that household purchasing power, as indicated by total household expenditures, was positively associated with purchase diversity. In summary, we found that markets are highly diverse throughout the year, and in contrast, diets are poor, and there are clear differences between men, women, and children. While diverse foods are available, household purchases limited are by both physical and economic access. Interventions that improve market access can also improve diets. Thank you.